feels like painfully jolted out of the safest cradle to a new, brutal reality where I feel separated, helpless, excited, overwhelmed, and scared to death by the intensity of colors, sensations, and absolute sense of freedom in the space and time. But one thing is for sure, I do not feel alone. I hear the most familiar, unfamiliar voice in my chest, like my mom's voice. This is where you belong. This is who you are. Don't be scared. I'm with you. All of this is going through my head while sitting in the furthest corner of the General Assembly Hall as a current intern of the United Nations Security Council, playing a real UN worker, the film set up The Interpreter, directed by Sidney Pollack. Tears are rolling down my cheeks, and I urgently need to get out since people are noticing that something is wrong with me. And that's what I do. I excuse myself for a bathroom break and then sneak out of the building and start walking. And then when I was sure no one was looking for me, I took off my shoes and I started running. Hi guys, welcome back. You're probably wondering what the hell is going on. Why am I crying and sharing something deeply personal with you? Well, here's why. But let's finish the story first. I did stop working at the UN, and however impossible, illogical, against all the odds decision that was, I enrolled myself into an acting school, and I never regretted it. And I'm sure you've experienced something like this at least once in your life. Something that you know, you don't have to explain, you don't have to even understand. Something you know that you know and you cannot unknow. Call it a gut feeling or an intuition, that force inside of you, that encounter with that force, that's what it is. That's what helps you to make those huge decisions in life, or picking a partner, or making a decision what you're gonna do for the rest of your life. That was the moment for me. So I've created something interesting for you. As I've mentioned somewhere in my social media, I have a habit of writing everything down. Doesn't matter what it is, an insight, piece of poetry that goes through my head, an idea, then I integrate it into my life. I accumulated somewhat a solid amount of knowledge throughout all the years of being an actor, and I've actually created a set of rules, a little structure that I can lean on and I can use. Again, it was done only for me. I can use on everyday basis, so I can stay afloat and keep creating and continue to be full of creative energy and share and continue to be productive. Doesn't matter what's going on in my personal life or in the world around me. And then in a certain amount of time, I felt like I have to share it with you, and that's what it is. Before I finish this little introduction, I want to go back to that General Assembly scene and why I brought that up. That was one of those rare moments for me. Again, encounter was something that I have to honor and something I actually have to stay in touch with, because that it is something that's going to make me deeply satisfied and happy and fulfilled. And I never felt in my life so confident that we are vessels. What exactly do I mean by that? I actually brought that up somewhere in one of my previous YouTube videos, but I didn't have enough time to elaborate. So very simple. We take the first inhale of fresh oxygen, it goes through our blood, nourishes us, all those things, and then it leaves us as a carbon dioxide. Then the same thing's going on with the food. We take it in, it gets assimilated, the body is happy, it's all nourished, and then the food leaves us in a certain shape and form. And the same with information. We take it through our five senses, through whatever prism we have. Doesn't matter whether it's an adult or a child. We assimilate it, we integrate it, internalize it, and then we get it out through the choices that we make in our lives. And those choices, exactly what is the fabric of life is. That's how we actually build our life, right? It's never the same. Every second is changing, just like everything in life. And one day we are full of creative energy and ready to share and create something awesome, and another day we're just completely blind, empty. And I learned to honor those moments because they show me where am I and how far I can go. Going back to those sets of rules, if interested, if you consider yourself a creator, and you can discuss this with me, or you can argue with me that you're not, and I can tell you that you are, because as long as you are capable of thinking, you are creating your life. And while you are making decisions, again, you're creating your life. So we're all creators. So in future videos, I will be sharing those insights with you with my personal experiences. Hopefully you will enjoy them, and hopefully you will learn something from them. The best hope is after watching them, you can just stop watching them and go and create something amazing. I'll see you soon.